Not everyone heads to the hospital when it's time to give birth. Some opt to give birth at home or at a birthing center. Those alternative options have faced scrutiny from medical experts, and in some cases, rightfully so. But new research coming out of Oregon State University suggests they might be safer than we think. In a health alert tonight, the OSU study is the largest of its kind, with data from more than 100,000 births over 7 years across the U.S. What researchers found is that for healthy mothers and infants, home births appear just as safe as birthing center deliveries supported by doctors. But there are caveats.
If you want an epidural, if you're requiring a cesarean birth or a vacuum extraction, which is a way of helping the baby be born vaginally, then you actually have to move to the hospital to have access to that level of care.
OSU professor and author of the study, Melissa Cheney, says improved technology helps midwives or nurses track fetal heart rates and vital signs, and says births are conducted no more than 30 minutes away from a hospital, so that in case of emergency, help is nearby. But there are concerns about home and birth center deliveries in the broader medical community. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists warns home birth pose a twofold risk of perinatal death, meaning during pregnancy, birth, or infancy. Professor Cheney does note that data shows about 90% of babies are still delivered by doctors, but she says more information needs to be shared between all caregivers.
We need a more integrated system where we have a better understanding of what's occurring outside of the hospital as well as inside the hospital.
Oregon does have strict rules in place for when an expecting mother at a birthing center must be transferred to a hospital if the delivery becomes challenging. That's an important factor in any birth plan, and you should always be prepared to head for the hospital if anything goes awry.